Hey guys, just a quick update on the machine. I have not had any leaking from the doors or anything like that. I've been running for about 8 or 10 hours a day for the last 5 or 6 days, no problems. My machine's good and dirty, nicely getting used now, which is great. I have had some kind of weird dripping leak inside, and the only place I can see it coming from is like it's coming from this block in between these. Now either there's going to be a cracked weld somewhere, which doesn't seem likely, or it's leaking through like the threading of the bolt. I'm not sure, but it's coming from that corner. So it hasn't been enough to bother with right now. Just put down a towel, like maybe 50 or 100 drops came out total over the time I've been running. Like not enough to even make a puddle if there wasn't a towel there. But also a good point that I think I never intended to put the PathPilot controller computer under there, but I would definitely not put it under there now that I know flood cooling can get inside the cabinet. So maybe if you're just running mist, you can get away with it, but definitely not not this flood. So I've been making a whole bunch of Swiss Army knife scales. I've got some. This was supposed to be like a kind of a dragon scale texture, anodized, and then I sand at the top soft so nice and smooth. I've been doing a whole bunch of playing around with textures and pocketing the insides for reducing weight. I haven't got a lot of finished stuff yet because I've just been excited and playing with everything. I'm doing a giveaway knife right now for multitool.org. It's their 10th anniversary, so I'm building something fancy for a giveaway there. So the logo's on the front scale, and I'm just about getting ready to do the back scale engraving right now. So it's the same dragon scale texture, just in reverse. This is the back side of the knife, and it just says the first 10 years, 2006 to 2016. So that's what I'm going to be engraving on this back scale that I got set up there. Now, I wanted to try to capture the video of it, so I stuck my GoPro to the ceiling there, and I'm going to aim it down, and if that works, I'll append the cutting video from the GoPro to this video when I upload it. So let's see if that works. I started the cutting process, and I put the camera over in the corner there. It kind of seems out of the way. Maybe I won't get splashed too much. It is pretty hard to see what's going on in there with the opaque coolant, but that stuff is awesome. Surface finishes without it are pretty horrendous. So like on titanium, I wouldn't cut any titanium without using that coolant. It's just awesome stuff. And enjoying PathPilot quite a bit. Once I got used to using it, no problems at all. And one thing I did want to mention too, I know everyone's mostly using Fusion 360 for the CAD stuff, and I found it pretty limiting for 2D work. So I've been using CamBam for 2D. I ended up buying a license for that. It was $150 for an unlimited use license, and I found it to be wonderful. It can import DXF. You can do engraving, letters. That's a single line stick font I use for the engraving, and no problem at all. It doesn't do well, they call it 2.5D. You can do a rounding over. Let me find a scale to show you. Like I did the rounding over of the edges in CamBam, but generally it's just 2D work, but very easy to use. Like maybe 5 minutes to knock out any of these designs or patterns, no problem at all. Alright, okay, I guess I'll let this run and then we'll take a look, and hopefully the engraving worked. I'll pause it until this operation's done. Alright, back in, all done running. So let's see what we got. Out of the way. it looks like my bit broke partway through, so let's try that again. Yep. It did part of it. Damn it. And through movie magic, I reran it again with a new bit. And it's fine. It's hard to see, I know. So next I'm going to do the titanium anodize to get the whole thing the color I want, and then just surface sand the top to get to let just the etching have the color. I figured I might as well show my super awesome anodizing setup while I'm here. Yes, I don't have a proper setup for this yet. So there's the scale I just ran in the bath. All the guides say use, what is it, TSP or something? Anyway, that soapy stuff in distilled water. It sucks. It's soapy, it leaves everything slimy. Don't use it. I just put a bunch of baking soda? Yeah, baking soda. For an electrolyte, because it's just got to conduct electricity. It doesn't matter what the heck is in there. So, a bunch of distilled water, baking soda, titanium wire to hold the part on your positive, titanium plate. I'm not sure if you need titanium, but I just had a piece, so I'm using that. On the ground, and for the blue color I've been using, it is 28 volts. So let's go ahead and turn that on and watch it change color. Takes, I don't know, a few minutes. You can tell when it's done when the amperage draw is down to like 40 milliamps. This part has a lot of small crevices, so you gotta shake it to get the bubbles out. That's probably good. Let's turn the power off. Disconnect it. Oh! My lead fell off. Okay, let's make sure that was fully done. Turn it back on. It wasn't quite done. Okay. Yeah, it's still at like 80 milliamps. The thicker the titanium oxide layer, obviously the less conductive it is, so the less current draw is going to be going across between the plate and the part you're anodizing. And looks like it's stabled out now. Let's disconnect it and turn it off. And take our part out. And it's not slimy like when I used to use TSP. So the whole thing is now blue. It stands out a lot better once I sand the surface though. It makes it look really nice. Okay, let's go do that next. Okay, let's get this show on the road. I have a really high-end, perfectly flat sanding surface. It's a 12-inch ceramic tile from Home Depot. It works great. 800 grit sandpaper. Get it wet. And we're going to take off that top layer. Oh, it's also good to get the board wet. The paper will stick to it. There. Take a look. Usually takes a little bit of effort because the titanium is just a stock finish, so it's not going to be, you know, within, you know, thousands of of itself over that 3 inches of length. So I tried using a lower grit to start with, but it ate away too much between the lines, like the edges of the anodizing looked rough. That's a better way to say it. I didn't like it. So it's better to sand for a longer amount of time on higher grit sandpaper and have it look nice. That's looking pretty good. And there's a little bit of waviness still. Anyways, it'll take me a few more minutes to get this. I'll finish and then show you an up close shot. Yeah, it was just a couple more minutes of sanding, and if I can get the focus. Maybe the light will help. There. No. It's hard to tell, but it's very shiny on the surface, and a cool blue. The blue is the nicest and easiest color to get. I think that's why a lot of people just use blue for titanium accents. So the next operation is, this is just like a blank from Waterjet so far, just been engraved. So the next operation is going to be do the round over, because it's just a rough edge and the tab's still there from Waterjet. So I'm going to put it back on the machine and do the round over operation next. Hold on. Alright, back on the machine, and I'm set up for my round over operation. I really don't want to spend the money to buy a dedicated round over bit. They're expensive and I don't know how long they'll last, and they don't have the exact radius I need anyway, so I'm using a ball nose. A lot of passes, I think I'm only going down 5 thou at a time. You will notice it a lot if you use a straight in mill, but a ball mill, it doesn't leave that many lines, and honestly I can sand it out in like a minute's worth of effort with sandpaper, and if that lets me do it cheaper and have a nice looking product in the end, I'm fine with that. So let's give this a go. Still recording on my GoPro, and everything set correctly. Yes, go. Might actually be easier to see from this side. It's a fairly long operation because I'm going down, well, it cuts the thickness of the scale altogether, and that's 100 thou. So it's going down in 5 thou passes, so that's 20 cuts. And I'm only going at 5 inches per minute, so it takes a while. So let's just let that run. Right, and my round over operation is finished. I already took the screws off. So there's a little, it's not like a mirror finish on the edges, but it's pretty good. I usually just go over it with high grit sandpaper, and then I might do a little polish on it. But other than that, it's good. Inside of the scale needs to be pocketed still. But yeah, but the engraving and everything is done. Looks good. I took down the GoPro after I previewed some of the video of it. You can't really see anything. The coolant kind of blocks everything. I think if I mounted it like right on the vise, maybe I'll try that next. Just a nice little close-up shot. It would probably need a little windshield wiper on the front though to keep the water off. I don't know how that'll work, but anyways, I think I've rambled on long enough for this video. If there's anything usable from the GoPro, I will append it to the end of this video. And if not, then that's it for now, guys, and I'll talk to you later.